Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4 Sweden Confused Edition. I can't remember why I was thinking that Poland would come in to any of this. I'm not gonna be naming Riga as a co-belligerent because it's Lithuania they're allied to, not Poland. Like, I was looking at Poland. Who? Lithuania, Austria, Mecklenburg, Oldenburg, and Russia. I guess I was thinking if I listed Russia as a co-belligerent, but I can't because we have an alliance. So nothing's going to happen over here. It's simply going to be a war against the Livonian Order, Russia, and Riga, and no one else. So let's go ahead and take a look at what some of these military stats are. Specifically, it's Russia that I'm concerned with. They probably have a lot of people. 41,000 troops as is. Only 16,000 manpower, though, which is not really all that impressive. We are going to have to march our troops way back over here. Or pick them up with the Navy, which probably makes more sense. So let's go ahead and have the Navy pick them up in Holstein. These ships will not have to go and blockade the Hansa or anything like that. We'll just drop them into the Gulf of Riga and see how things go from there. Let's go ahead and unpause, pick these guys up. I mean, I'm still thinking the war is going to be fine. Maybe not, though. Russia does have a lot of troops. 2 years of national unrest or lose 33 prestige. If we do go to war, we'll get a lot of prestige back. We get a lot of bonus from having high prestige. Now, we don't have more manpower. We do have more morale. You know, I can probably eat the unrest, which will probably cause the Novgorodian rebels to strike up sooner rather than later. 2 years. I almost want to trigger them. It's like, listen, rebel now, so that we can put you down. I'll get the -20 revolt modifier, and we'll call it a day. That would be pretty handy. Hey, Guantanamo. Let's never go there. Alright, go that. I mean, there's not much of an army over here. It won't take much effort for us to squash them. I can't remember. Lithuania will jump in as well. Lithuania's got how many troops? Lithuania's got 31,000 troops. That's pretty good. Our tech levels are comparable everywhere. Let's go ahead and take a look. You know, I don't need the spread of discoveries, really. Don't need to pop that up anymore. Sometimes it's handy, but I don't know. Not in this game. Tech level 9. We're actually ahead on tech. Okay, Livonian Order have 10 just like me, but we're ahead of Russia. What kind of ideas do they have? They have 5 defensive ideas, which is nice. And of course, they're cheaper, you know, just Russian ideas. But, I don't know. I think I'm liking it, you know? Fortune favors the bold and all that. What could possibly go wrong? I like it. Still fabricating claim over here. We could actually be putting another diplomat out somewhere. Could I start fabricating a claim in the Livonian Order first? I could. Okay, let's go ahead and fabricate a claim in Reval. So we'll just have to wait for August the 2nd, and then we'll declare war. Should be okay. Hopefully. Always just nice to get, like, less war score, cheaper coring cost, and all that kind of jazz over here. I don't think we're going to be able to, like, full annex them or vassalize them or do anything like that. How's the rebellion status? 2 years. It's not so bad at all. Oh, and it's time. Forgot we're on speed 3, not speed 2. So we'll declare that we want to take Narva specifically as the war goal. Lithuania will jump in. France will not. Hopefully this will be okay. It's March 4th. I'm going to go ahead and move our... we don't want to move our transports in the Gulf of Finland right now because they actually do have a bit of a navy. Detach the blockade. Move into the northern Baltic Sea. There we go. Catch them. In fact, let's go ahead and move in with the entirety of the fleet just to make sure it gets squashed. Excellent. Merge. Detach a blockade of 1. Alright. Move into there. We can move into here for another blockade. Double check the war status. Looking pretty good. Okay. Next. Let's see if we can catch these guys. I don't think we can. We'll probably have to chase them into Winden. Russia's blockading me. So they can embargo me, or not blockading, they can embargo me when we're at war. They can't embargo while we have a truce. But apparently you can do that at war. 25 free prestige for Ami Ena. Nice. We're actually going to be above our cap. Oh, nice. Look at that. We caught them. So we have higher base morale, same discipline. Our tech base is the same, but we have a heck of a lot more troops, not to mention a pretty good leader. 3-4. Hello! The only thing we got going against us is the fact that we're in a forest. Other than that, things are smashing. Riga did join in, right? Yeah. Let's have the bigger army. Chase, I suspect that you're going to run all the way to over there. You will detach... yeah, go ahead and detach the siege. We do have to keep an eye on what Russia's doing. Actually, maybe just stand here in Livland. Or go to Narva? I'm worried about reinforcements. So, we do have Scotland in here. I don't know if they're going to be able to contribute in any way. Determine your own strategies. If they had transports, they might be able to bring some troops over. You know what I'm going to do? Just in case Russia decides to come a little quack. We're going to go and move west and follow this army so we're kind of close together over here. Maybe we'll just leave ourselves in Riga for now. And we'll see if they end up there. Well, they certainly can't go to Oslo. Because we've got all the straits controlled. He who controls the seas controls the land, and vice versa. All right, lovely. Now we need to go and smash the Russian troops. Wow, that siege is going to go pretty fast. Let's go through friendly territory and see what we can do. I think they're going to arrive in Wenden on the 2nd of November. So now it's the 1st. So what I should do is move to engage. 5-3 general. That is pretty good. And you know what? Maybe we'll wait. We'll wait a tick because we don't have enough friends around. Just because we were a whole other province away. Where are you going? To Vilna. Okay, so we'll slowly sort of follow in here. Will we catch you? 17th? The 17th. They got a river crossing here. Doesn't seem like they should be able to go that quickly. We might catch them. Depends on exactly when everything ticks. Okay, we did catch them. We have a lower base morale. They have a 4.1 morale. We have a lot of friends nearby. We just have to hold out long enough for the reinforcements to come. They're losing more troops. Why? Because we have slightly more discipline and we probably got some decent rolls. But our morale will drop faster. So, but we got plenty of reinforcements. We should be able to crush this Russian army. Although Russia's got plenty of armies to go around. That's never a problem. Okay, religious disorder. Fine, fair. Now, I wonder if I can get Lithuania to follow me over there. We may not need to. We might just go ahead and finish all the sieging over here, and then follow that up with clearing out the Russian army after the fact. In fact, I think I quite like to do that. I do want to siege Riga as quickly as possible, because I would like to separate piece them out. And then I'll also go and siege up Narva, and then we'll figure it out. Mali, end of peasant war. Okay, good for them. That army is stuck on that little island. We'll accidentally wipe a few things as we go. I don't think there's any sense in running after this army. It's not likely we'll catch them in time. It could happen, but I don't know. I'm going to disable the detached army thing. I'm going to go and split this group in half. Take this little stack and just move them here. And there we go. Lithuania is starting to siege, which is going to be fine. They should flip all those sieges under my control. It's not really the end of the world if they do or they don't. Revel is going to be another higher priority. Because we do have a claim. Well, we're working on fabricating a claim over there. And we should be able to squash it. Wow. Didn't realize this army would perform so poorly that it didn't actually manage to kill the units outright. I'll split this group in half and do that. So I don't want to spread my army too thin. I'm a little bit worried about, you know, the Russians coming out of nowhere, but I guess we can see where they are. We might be okay. Go ahead and send you over there. All right. We got a CB against England right now, which is not the one we're interested in. Okay, England might de-siege these rebels. It really stinks that the rebels had to move to Ulster and basically get killed there. If they had just stayed in this territory here, the English territory, England wouldn't be able to go and de-siege anything. Kind of frustrating. Oh, it's Protestant zealots in Scotland. I don't really want them to turn Protestant. I guess it's not actually going to kill us, but as long as we're the same religion, it'll be a lot faster to annex them. The cannons going on here. Russia's not making a move. They might make a move towards me once they're done on their own sieges, in which case we'll redeploy our setup. But if we could finish a siege before that happens, it'd be awfully nice. I moved my siege guy over here instead of being in Riga, which is actually where I want him to be. Oops. Oh well, not the end of the world. Meanwhile, we can detach a blockade, and the ones that are left, why don't you go ahead and just patrol the Baltic Sea? We don't need that many ships. They have a bit of a fleet, but if need be, we can reinforce pretty quickly, I think. I'm also amazed we only need one ship to blockade also. Oh, it's got a tax base of 1! I didn't realize that. Weird. I expected, you know, it feels like something that should be in a big trade location, and I don't know, just feels like a more financial spot than that, but apparently not. It's got the Merchant Republic modifier, but that doesn't really mean anything here. Well, alright then. I guess what I could do is detach a few units, although if I do that, will it slow down the siege? I don't have my 4 artillery. How much do I have? 3. Let's detach. Send you over here, but actually grab the cannons, the 2 cannons, send them here so that we can... Oh, we've already got the 4 bonus. How many cannons we got there? Okay. We'll send you to Revel. That way we'll get the extra +1 siege modifier. Meanwhile, they finish their siege over here. We'll have to see where they go, if anywhere. Doesn't look like they're doing much. And yeah, so what I'm thinking is I could probably thin out some of these sieges just to cut back on some of the attrition that I'm suffering. So for example, if we take the infantry out of here, that's a possibility. Now, if they do sally, if they do sortie rather, then actually that might be a little dangerous. Let's not do that. That sortie button is really, really cool and a great idea. The Livonian Order is bringing some people together. Oh, nice! Okay, listen, Tyrone. I'm going to instantly declare war on you. We're going to... Oh, it's a Scottish war goal. So Scotland had a claim over here. We're going to instantly declare war on you before you have any allies whatsoever, and then Scotland will hopefully go and grab that. In fact, I'll encourage Scotland to go and grab it by declaring war on their behalf. No allies, no anything. Scotland, go crazy. I'm also going to hint that, hey, maybe you should be aggressive and get stuff done. Yeah, there you go. Tell you what, I'll explicitly remind you, I don't think this will be needed, but I will point out to Scotland that it should make this an objective in the war. All those things. Meanwhile, Russian troops still not making a move. They're probably getting some pretty heavy-duty attrition there. Those are big stacks in relatively northern climate. They're below the supply limit, but it's foreign territory, so they're going to get some attrition kind of sort of no matter what. And if they're there in the winter, it's going to be really harsh for them. So we're going to finish this siege here. Riga's going to go as well, which makes me very happy. And again, as soon as we get the war goal as well, it'll be nice. But we can boot Riga out of the war pretty quick, and that'll be a wonderful thing. Got a couple of diplomats free and available right now. What do I want to do with them, if anything? You know what? What's our relationship? Let's go ahead and max out our improved relations with Lithuania here. We're only at plus 22. And we'll leave the extra diplomat available for various peace deals and whatnot. So yeah, Russia definitely has a lot of troops, and they're pretty grouped up, but we're going to have the primary war goal. So we should get ticking war score. We're not going to get the 100% war score, even if we fully siege the entirety of the Livonian Order over here. Let's go ahead and pop that island. But while we won't have 100%, they'll still be relatively inclined to peace out because of all that. I guess I'll move these troops over here because as soon as Riga pops, we'll probably go and destroy this little Livonian Order army. Let's go ahead and take a look at the status here. Everyone's got high war enthusiasm still, which is a little bit surprising. Let's check our own war exhaustion to make sure it's okay, and it is. We might get some rebels soon, but so far we're all right. We could support rebels somewhere, but we don't really have the income. Okay, getting some Catholic provinces here once again. Do we have... That's a great question. Right, there's the Protestant Center of Reformation, which might spread more heresy over here, which is actually one of the ways we really could convert if we wanted to, but I don't think we want to. Okay, won that. You might make a move here, but I don't think that's likely. There's no way you attack me there. No, I don't know where you're heading off to. Russia's still not making an actual offensive move towards me, which is nice. We'll detach a siege and move down here. That's only cannons left. You know what? Stay there. We will want to squash that. Actually, it looks like Lithuania might be working on squashing that, which is awfully nice of them. No? You're just going to stand there? Come on, crush the army. Lithuania's got a lot of troops. If something does happen with Russia, we should be okay. We're just going to have to make sure to maneuver in such a way that if there is an engagement, Lithuania is nearby. We just need their manpower. Also, they do have... Oh, they're only Tech 9. That's true. But having the better cannons and the better cavalry is a beautiful, wonderful thing. How far are we from another idea, and would it be relevant? Plus 20% siege ability actually would be huge right now. It would dramatically cut down the time between siege ticks, which would save us a lot of attrition. Oh, yeah, please and thank you. Not going to be much further, which is good. We are over our leadership limit because partially we did get that admiral. I'm going to go ahead and ditch the admiral. He's not even that good. You're in this trade fleet? Yeah, just go ahead and, I don't know, dock here. It'll be fine. No leader, and then I can sack you from here. Gonna save some military points. Turns out we really didn't need you, but thank you for your service. So now, there we go. We're not losing a military point anymore. Get that idea maybe slightly faster. All without having to spend anything. Won the siege of Narva, which is our actual war goal. So no more negative war score anymore, which is nice. Meanwhile, we'll just join up with the troops in Riga. That'll be the troop we move forward with and take that territory right over there. Maybe a few more. There's our military idea, so do that. Please and thank you. Lost another siege. That's okay. That's not really contributing much war score on the other side, I don't think. They should be pretty minor provinces. Not a big deal. Okay, finish this siege. Quickly, quickly. I suppose I could detach now and go. Maybe I will. These are still only cannons, right? Yeah. Alright, good. They'll arrive after these troops go away. It's possible that 3 cannons at full morale might be able to beat 1 infantry, but I'm not sure. Oh, now you're making a move. Yeah, because 19 versus 3 would not have been enough. You're going to have to wait until there's reinforcements. Yeah, and what I'll probably do is turn on the... Oh, you decided to stop. Okay, it looks like we're losing tons of people. Okay, we won it anyway, which is good. We're going to not siege out this province yet. Well, actually, no, I changed my mind. We are. I need 1 more artillery over there. Do I have it to spare? No. So let's go ahead and split that and move the artillery into this stack so at least they'll get the full siege bonus. Because at some point we'll have to turn on the linkage, allow them to link to our army, and then make a move against Russia. Well, we may not have to do that. Certainly. Okay, we got our full siege of Riga, which is really good. Oh, right. Their ships moved out. When we siege things, their ship moved out there. If we go and find our trade fleet, we might want to go and reinforce, especially since there will be a follow-up battle relatively soon. And I just want to minimize any casualties. These are all transports. Those are some transports and barks. The barks could do a little bit of damage. So we'll go ahead and we'll just reinforce it. We'll lose a little bit of trade income, but that's fine. Peace offer from Riga. Well, I think we're just going to full annex you there, buddy. Oh, you won't take it. Length of war. Interesting. Interesting. It's stuck to 99%. Still, as soon as the length of war ticks up, we should just be able to eat Riga at that point, and that is kind of sort of what I want to do. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to allow attached to unit. Oh, they still have some ships over there. Lost another siege. Manpower dropping a little bit, but not too badly. We'll finish these sieges. Let's go and move into our own territory here. There's pretty low supply limits. And, oh, it's the harsh winter is part of it, too. Yeah, well, normal winter. Which is going to hurt the Russians a lot more. They are far north, and they are not in their own territory, and these have pretty low supply limits, or they should anyway, so this should be extremely painful to the Russian troops. If we go ahead and take a look at their armies at this point, Russia, they're down to 2,000 manpower. They still have 44,000 troops, but if you count Lithuania and stuff, we're doing okay there. Also, they're a bit isolated. We actually might be able to jump them over here. Let me see if I can redeploy a leader. Oh, I don't want to gain a CB on Lithuania. We want to stay friendly. I'll lose the prestige, especially since I should get some in the war over here, which should be fine. Russia, England, Poland. Yeah, so we're not going to get any power projection from beating up on Livonia, but if we can get something out of Russia, that wouldn't be too terrible. Let me go ahead and pull out, say, the infantry over here just to cut back on some attrition. Woodland is done. Good. Another naval skirmish over here, which we will easily go and defeat. We might gain some ships out of it. Okay, Emerti, Obscurantism is gone away. That's nice. We'll leave these. Actually, let's go ahead and dock with a handful of troops. These cogs no longer have to be out at sea. I guess we have these heavies here that never did anything either. Derp, 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 derp. Now, heavies are pretty useless at blockading, but I could have done something. Peace offer from Riga, which is, this is what, the white peace thing? Or no, reparations and stuff. No, I decline. I want full annex and nothing else. Okay. So like the war, again, we'll shrink down. Meanwhile, if we take a look at the war enthusiasm, Russia's still high. They haven't lost a battle or anything like that, but the attrition should still be hurting them a little bit, which makes me happy. And, Lithuania is starting to track with me. Well, tell you what, why don't you follow me over here, Lithuania? So we'll merge up and do that. Yeah, we're going to get some pretty brutal attrition along the way. Although it's not winter anymore, which is good, and we are in friendly territory, but, you know, being stacked up like this, there's going to be quite a bit of attrition. But if they're willing to jump in on this 12 stack over here, especially if we can get there before the siege, I will be very happy. No, Lithuania, you're going to stop moving? Really? Come on. Follow the leader. Oh, they have two armies. Oh, okay. We can gain a spy master or lose some money in exchange for getting a new cardinal seat. Oh, wow, that's really tempting. Piss off the Hansa. Losing money during a war seems a little bit foolish. But no, let's give that a try. Nice. We have 3 active cardinals. Interesting. Right, and we're... Oh, no, that's France. God damn. French and Swedish flag. Too close. Blue with 3 little thingies on them. We could invest for the next controller. Get a little bit of a chance to get a few more. Yeah, we don't really need to save points for other things right now. Our legitimacy is fine. Our air is strong. You know what? I think we are going to do that. Let's drop some of our points in there. So what's our chance of getting on board for the next one? Where did we go in the list? Here we are. We got a 10.5% chance. So we're even running with everyone else in here. It's not a huge chance, but it's still there. Okay. I'm going to stop moving so you can actually join me in the province on the 30th, and then we'll make our move. Actually, I'll go now. I'm going to try to beat them before they succeed. Okay, Lithuania is going to follow right away. Excellent. I'd rather they don't win the siege, just because then I have to unsiege it, and that's, you know, pain in the butt. Nope, we lost the siege. That is too bad. But they shouldn't be in a position to reinforce. We should flatten this army. They have a 2-5 general, which isn't bad. But we have huge numbers, plus a slight tech edge. They still have that higher base morale. That's because when you go defensive, you get a morale boost, which is really valuable. The second tick, yeah, 15% more morale. That's a lot. That is really, it adds up a lot and makes the combat go a lot better in your favor here. So what I could do is lose this battle? It doesn't seem possible. We are a little light on cannons. I'm going to admit to that. There's no way we lose this, but they held off way, way, way too long. Oh, this is actual king. Select army. Yeah, we should probably do some consolidates there so we have some half-decent regiments. I'm not going to advance against the Russian troops over there. I'm going to hope that... I'm going to turn off the attached unit. I'm going to let Lithuania besiege Belarusa. Or Beluzero. However, and... Oh, I was going to say move to Vologda. But Russians might be making a move over here. There's no... What's the territory like in these places? Forest, which is good. There's not really a river crossing that's going to be possible with the Russians coming this way. And in fact, I'd be worried if they attack me here, if the Lithuanians join, would they trigger a river crossing? They have 3 maneuvers, so no. Do we accept that? We don't have any morale. Still might be worth just standing here. We'll get there before the end of August, so we'll get morale ticks. And it's only the one army coming. We'll definitely, yeah, we're definitely going to move forward with the rest of our troops over here. We'll detach which we can. Are you advancing? You're going to Olonets. You might actually try to stop me somewhere else. I could just stand in Novgorod or something. Kola's been culture converted. Riga, how you doing? There we go. Full annexation. Done. So we're getting some more aggressive expansion. Yay, fun. Can we core you? Yes. Good. Let's do that. And you don't have enough unrest. You're just one province of Rigan nationalists. So right now, your chance of doing anything, 27 years. I'm not going to increase your local autonomy. Some people are saying increasing it is bad. I'm not convinced that it is when you're taking huge swaths of land. But in this case, it's not required. You know, I don't think I'm going to move there because I'm worried about the Russians coming in. I'm going to go and stand right here so I can reinforce anyone. That's what I'm going to do. So is there any chance I catch those guys? No. Not at all. Is there any chance they catch me? I get there on the 5th and I should be able to move out after that. But this single stack could potentially walk in nasty territory. So tell you what, I'll have you go over here and wait. Okay, they're moving around. They're not sure what they want to do with themselves. That's fine. We'll besiege a couple of things. The Swedish conquest of Meath is going along well. Well, of course, actually, I was going to say, we'll full annex this. I think we might get Scotland to annex that. Maybe we'll take... Scotland's got a claim on Meath, but so do we. As I say, maybe we'll take Meath for ourselves. No. What we're going to do is we're going to take Leinster for ourselves. The reason is then we'll be adjacent to Munster so that we can fabricate claims and do various things if we decide to do that. The rest we'll give to Scotland, though. We'll give Scotland 2 countries, or 2 provinces. Saves ourselves a little bit of coring cost, a little more extension. Keep our rebellion risk a little bit lower. Scotland should be able to manage it. Meanwhile, yeah, we just have to wait for our peace deal with Lithuania to kick in, which will basically require us to take all of our claims at least. At least. Not sure how much we'll take. Wow. Russia made a bit of a trip there. These guys might be going around to take my troops here. Now, what I'm concerned about that there is Lithuania may not reinforce because they might be in siege mode. Most likely they would, but there's a chance that they wouldn't. And we don't have any infantry over there, which makes me a bit unhappy. Let's go ahead and hire out some more infantry. I'm going to do it with mercs as opposed to manpower. I mean, I don't have tons of money, but I also don't have any loans, so I could afford to do that. You know, I could afford to spend a little bit of admin point, bring down inflation, all kinds of things. We're okay. You guys, your light ships over here. If I were to go and just put you guys on that duty, do we still have 100% blockade? We do. Because there's only real one port. It's interesting. The Northern Baltic Sea is actually the port of Kurland because Oysel over here is on the Gulf of Riga. And one tax-based province over here can easily be taken care of by some heavies. In fact, I suspect we could do something like that as well. Yeah. Gotta keep an eye on them. No, they're going east. They're going over here. Interesting decision. Interesting decision. So getting a 100% war score against Livonia is going to be difficult simply because Russia's got a lot of territory. So under the new rules in 1.8, we'd need to full siege all of Russia to get a 100% war score. But if the war goes on for 5 years, and it was initiated 3 years ago, then as long as we've got all of Livonia, it'll be a 100% war score regardless. So we might look into that. Just out of curiosity, what's a full annex cost? 100%. And a vassaling is actually only 51%? Okay, I think we're going to vassalize the Livonian Order. We could just full annex them. But I'd rather save my admin points for other things. Also, that would be a lot of rebellion and things. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Russia's still not really making a move. We want to stop them from besieging my stuff over here. Which, I suspect that 7k infantry would do that just fine. I don't suppose I can assign a leader. Yeah, I can move a leader. So let's do that. And do that. Still have a leader here, and he's pretty good. So he can reinforce if the battle comes up. Not to mention, Lithuania's got a 333, which is great. So we lost another siege to Russia, but that's okay. Our enthusiasm is still very high. We actually have enough war exhaustion. We could pay it down. I'm going to have to make sure I leave myself some Diplo points, but that's going to be enough. We can get 3,000... Okay, hold on. Resistance. Commoners and nobles may not always be satisfied with their rule, but they are even less pleased with foreign occupation of their lands. Despite the territory being under enemy control, a resistance movement has grown in Kolmorgli, or whatever, right over here. Ready to strike against the invaders and reclaim the land for their cause. Leaders come to us for aid, promising that if we bring weapons, they can bring the fire. Let us hope these patriots can cause some trouble. We can spend 175 ducats. That would be like multiple loans, wouldn't it? That would be 2 loans, and there would be a 12 stack of patriots in the province, which would, well, this army is at half morale. Oh, they must have assaulted. So that might actually do something, but probably not, because it's going to be reinforced. So instead, we'll just take the 3,000 manpower. Interesting, because these are rebel patriots that might actually fight against me afterwards, which would be weird. We'll just take the manpower. We're fine. I appreciate the thought, though. And it's kind of a neat event. All right, those guys are done, so we can go and maybe go and stand in Yaroslavl. Just finish these sieges. And yeah, we'll end the war by trying to vassalize those guys. And Tyrone will just eat some of that. So that'll be fine. All right, I'm digging it. It'll be kind of an awkward religion government still, because I won't be able to royal marry them. So it'll be a little bit harder to annex them later on. We're going to have to find ways to boost our relationship. Actually, I wonder if I should just full annex them. I don't know. If I full annex them and then release them as a vassal, would they still have the monastic state as the religion? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that. I think they will. I think it, like, saves whatever their last religion was. Let's merge up and move together over there. Oh, wait. Stop. You gotta finish that siege. Derp. Wow, that was a fail. Okay, we cleared that. They might be coming around to attack me here. We're ready to reinforce pretty quickly if that happens. So I'm not going to say no. Also, we have a leader here, which is quite nice. They're going to have more maneuvers, so they won't get a river crossing. And it's in the plains, which means no defensive boost either. You know, maybe we'll just try to move away. No, we won't make it. So never mind. So what I'm going to do is start moving this army right away. And reinforce it a little bit as quickly as possible as well. And we'll see if Lithuania will jump in, and they do. Oh, they're actually detaching a siege. Kind of a weird shape, weird-sized siege, though. Let's throw this other army in as well. I want to make sure I win. It'll be tough, actually, to because they still have that high morale, so it's very easy for them to break a small army. And we're not going to have massive overwhelming numbers, not until my 14 stack arrives. We have more cannons, which is good. And again, still slightly better tech, slightly more discipline. We're doing more manpower damage. There we go. As long as we didn't break too quickly, it looks like we're going to be perfectly fine. Finish that siege. We're up to 86%. We will need, of course, the 100 war score for full annexation. Which, actually, we are going to have to do, aren't we? Because I can't just ask for the 3 individual provinces and spread them around. Full annexation. Even if I have Scotland take over every single siege, full annexation will still give everything to me, I believe. Why are you going to Ulster? Why aren't you going to Leinster? I mean, I wouldn't blame you. I gotta go and help you with your goddamn rebels. Is it because France is there? Yeah, we're gonna have to send some troops over there potentially to finish that war and also just to help Scotland with the rebels. They just don't have enough people. Merge these guys up. We're just gonna finish that siege and then see what we can piece out. Can we go and catch these guys anywhere? Where are they going? They're going here, which will be adjacent to the Olonets, which is no good. But maybe we can chase this army down. That's entirely possible. That is very possible. Decent composition, indeed. Now, they're getting some morale ticks. Depends on if they get any reinforcements or anything. Oh! Not good. Is Lithuania reacting to that? Where are you going? You're going to engage me over here on the 6th. We'll get there first, so we'll get the defensive force bonus. No, they're going to change their mind. Definitely going to change their mind. Yeah. But we can go and attack them there. Oh, you're going to make a move over there. That's interesting. When did you get there? On the 7th. We're going to be... Oh, that works. We're actually not going to finish this move. Okay, good. So on the 6th, I can change my mind and attack over here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good. What's the timer at? Way too long. Oh, man, I got involved in these wars. So they'll arrive on the 7th, which is the 6th. We can start moving now, which means we should be able to shatter another Russian army, which is great. Oh, Scotland. All right. You're clearly going to turn Protestant. I'm not even going to worry about it. You're just going to become Protestant, which will make annexing you later a little bit slower. But, you know, we'll put up with it. Thank you very much for watching this episode of EU4, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.